basically just like all new features, which you get break all the generators. Instead of just breaking the generators, you also break the metalsonic hologram. Hooray! So yeah, this was the run that I was doing at 9:30, and then Steam decided it didn't want to do it on my controller, so we ended up having to postpone it. So I also am gonna apologize. Gotta mute the music. Is the music too loud?
No, that's not about my music. I muted it now though.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so just I'm gonna warn you guys right now. I'm gonna try my best to do commentary. I had another commentator help me, but he had to sleep like a dirty normal person. So I'm gonna try to do commentary, but it's like it's hard to commentate and play this game at the same time. And I'm also kind of tired because it's like 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'll try my best, but anyways, I can start the. Let me know when I'm ready to start the countdown.
You can go.
All right, we are going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, look, it's the intro again. All right, see ya. All right, to start out with, we're just gonna peel out. You'll notice this game one of the two main games of this game is the peel out. It's really awesome and makes you go pretty fast. You'll see me use that a lot more than spin dashing. So I'm gonna hit that spring, and I'm gonna try to do the other main gimmick. I just messed up. Let's start that run again. Pretend that didn't just happen. So yeah, anyways, so this is Sonic CD, Savior of the Future. We're just gonna peel out here to start, go up the hill, and we're gonna grab this speed shoes, go really fast, and then we're gonna try to time travel. And what we want to do, there we go. So we want to land right next to that hole, and we got to control our speed with the time travel. So this is gonna shoot us right next to the metalsonic hologram. And that's one of the two things we need to break in these levels. And we're going to peel out again. Jump springs. Gonna peel out again. You'll see a lot of peel outs. Here. We're supposed to do a pause buffer there, but I forgot to do that. Oh well, it's fine. Just go up here, break this guy. Not that guy, this guy. And there we go. There's one stage down, like 20 more to go. Ha ha ha. But yeah, basically, there's two ways to fine. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer likes to randomly freeze sometimes. It's fine. We're fine, guys. Heh. Alright, so we're not gonna do this rock jump, but we could do it. It would save like a second or so. We have time travel right now, but we're actually gonna get rid of it because we don't want to time travel right now. We do want to time travel right after this, though. We're gonna use this time travel here and bumped on this enemy, and we're not bouncing on that enemy, so we're just gonna restart the level. Oh boy, good game so far going on right here. You can tell that I'm totally wide awake. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the US Centrex because that won the bid war, as far as I know, unless there was a different donation. Okay, so we use the time travel in order to bounce on that enemy, and that bounces us right to the generator. The English music hates you. And we break that generator, and then we go down here and go break this metalsonic hologram, and then we're gonna peel out, try to jump back up here, and then that's the stage. Woo. So yeah, a lot of the time travel relies on controlling your speed in just the right way, so that you don't go too fast, but not also just don't want to go too slow, because then you'll lose the time travel. But you do want to like control it so you time travel at certain times, and I do have it. The route is dedicated to time traveling at certain times, so when it messes up, stuff goes really badly. But it's not that big a deal. So here we fight Dr. Robot and Eggman. We just go into the back and then break him from the back. It's pretty easy. Get down there. Alright. Alright, so yeah, as you notice, between the if you get good future in both the first and second stage, you will get a good future in the third stage and automatically. And if you didn't get the generators in the first stage, you'll get a bad future. And the stage varies slightly different depending on whether or not it's a good or bad future. Like very marginal. The biggest change is obviously one of the biggest changes you'll see is in the first level, where in bad future you'll just get the you'll get two what do they call them? Loop-de-loops instead of one. Alright, so here we're just doing this whole thing. Now what we're going to be doing is called the, we're just I want to say, I think we called it time travel displacement. Basically, the time travel thing bar only tracks whether or not you get the, whether or not you're traveling in time. It doesn't track whether or not what time post you had, so like you can use that to your advantage. So like if you hit a sign right before you travel in time of the opposite of which way you're going, you'll just go the way the last sign you hit. So like if you grab a future sign like I did there and then travel to the past or hit a past sign just before you travel in time, you'll no matter what, you'll just go to the past instead of the future. So that we take advantage of that, we build up enough speed to travel in time, and right before we travel to the past, or right before we travel in time, we hit the other sign going in the other direction, just so we can travel in time. Also, there's a lot of stuff I had to explain at last level, but I forgot to. Oh well. We broke both the things. It's important. So here we're gonna do a pause buffer. And I messed it up. I was gonna try to get a bubble jump to jump over this ball pit. It only saves like 3 seconds though, so it's not a big deal if I mess it up. We're gonna use the pass sign. We're gonna bounce back and forth. And what I'm gonna do here is, after the fourth hit, I'm gonna try to do a really big jump, so I land up to the top. And then we're gonna land on the platform near there, and then just hold right. If it lands us, okay, it didn't land us where I wanted to, but God damn. Okay. Got it. There we go. So we're going to hit this sign, and then we're going to jump down here. Now we're going to do another pause buffer just to lose all our speed, because we don't want to go sent back up. But, because we want to go down this path, and this is one of the fastest ways to the hologram, the other thing that we have to break. There we go. Peel out again. Whoops. Okay, we did lose time travel there, just in time. Gonna get past these springs, and that is the level. So that majorly different is really different from All Good Futures, because in All Good Futures you would actually go for the top path and jump over the this top of the stage, like the off the screen, and it's pretty cool. But this way is pretty cool too. All right, so this is everyone's favorite boss, and by favorite I mean like we hate the most. It can go really well and be like a 16-second time, or it could go really badly and be a 30-40 second time, depending on whether or not the boss likes to cooperate. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a good guy to us today. He's laughing at us. Come on. Oh my god, are you serious? Really? Yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. Bane of everyone's existence. I try to not cry, but it fails. I try to angle it, or time the jump, and of course he bounces me right back down. So I try to time the jump, so like I jump right in between the red and the right markers, but obviously sometimes Eggman can just bounce you down. Luckily, what he could have done was just bounce me and then soft lock the game, because then the camera wouldn't have followed me, but luckily it didn't happen that time. Alright, so this stage we're just gonna do a slope jump. It's much easier than Tails, but it's still a little tricky if you don't know what to do. You just bounce up, use that guy to bounce up, and then we're gonna go through here and then slip through. We're gonna use this future sign. We're not actually gonna use this future sign, I'll lie. We're just gonna jump down here, and we're gonna use this past sign. And we're gonna jump down, and we're gonna use the water current. It's gonna follow me, and by the time I travel in time, it's gonna land me right to the left of where I want to be, which is right next to the that thing, hologram. We're gonna bounce back up to the top here. We're gonna do a spin dash, jump right when I get past that little I forget what it's called, and then we're gonna build up speed. Oh, cool! We landed all the way back. All right. sometimes depending on how fast you're going down up that slope, you do have to jump backward just to be able to land on land. We didn't need to that time, but it looks pretty cool. So yeah, we break the generator and then we just go to the end. Nice bold. Oh wait, you guys can't see the timer, so I don't know who I'm talking to. Alright, so this next stage is TT2 is pretty much the same as every other stage, every other TT2 and every other category. But there's one huge difference. We're just gonna I tried to pause browse for that jump because it's pretty easy to get eaten up. Oh, it never updated. Apparently I was playing Sonic Riders this whole time. Damn, you caught me. Trying to capitalize on that hot Sonic Riders market. Anyways. So you use that bounce to jump up here, travel in time. Use that future song because we're going to be traveling back in time eventually. But for now, we're just going to go break this generator. And that's a huge difference, by the way. We're going to bounce up here. Try to weave through the walls so we don't get bounced back down. And we're going to use that enemy. It's going to boost us a little, damage boost. And you have the time travel, just because of that pillar there. Sometimes that pillar can just be down, and that can block you in the path. So we use the time travel to time travel right when the pillar is going down. So like that way we don't have to worry about the cycle for that slider thing. Alright, so this stage, I'm used to doing this with the Japanese soundtrack, and I specify that not just because I like the soundtrack better, but this stage has a quick kill, but I majorly rely on audio timing to do it. But I did learn the audio timing for the US soundtrack, so hopefully I'll be able to do it just fine. For the Japanese soundtrack, for the boss fight, you want to hear the second sucker. Like, work that sucker to death, work that sucker to death, that's the second sucker. Hold on a second. Damn it, I missed it. The timing's generally around between the second and the third hoe. That Santa Claus over here is trying to scream at us. And now I just gotta get some air and get all this air bubble. It's kind of annoying. Other than that, there's really not too many differences between the US and Japanese soundtrack, as far as in-game time goes. There is a note, though, that, RTA-wise, the Japanese soundtrack is faster, just because at the end here, when they play the victory music, it's the US soundtrack's victory music is a few seconds longer, or a second or two longer, and that the score doesn't count up until after the jingle. So that definitely adds up over the course of 23 stages or so. Alright, so this music here sounds like something from Home Improvement video game or something. I don't know why that reminds me of that, but it does. So we're going to do 3 spin dashes, and once we travel through time, we're going to land right next to the generator. There's a way to bounce up the top without waiting for the pillar or the platform cycles, but it's like less than a second faster, and it's like basically an RTA or an IL strat, not worth doing in runs. Anyways, so we gotta go down here, break this hologram, we're gonna spin dash, jump there, probably should peel out. I was jumping for a precise jump and I messed it up, so whatever. Whoops. Also, this stage is really pretty, like look at that background, it's so gorgeous. I always like to point it out because it's just so good. Also, I gotta be careful not to jump there, obviously, because I don't want to jump into the secret rings. Why didn't they change the past music? I think somebody explained it was something to do with copyright or something. I don't know. Anyways, this strat here, we're gonna try to... I messed up. God damn it. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Look at the leaderboards. Don't look at the leaderboards. Alright. So this strat, okay, so I have to travel really early here because the Metal Sonic hologram is right where the stage begins. but in the past. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bounce over on that hill thing. I'm gonna try to land on the top platform, and I failed to. Let me see if I can. I guess I could just. Okay, well that works too. I was gonna say there's other places I could do this. I just need to die, is all. It's not a big deal. Do I run Tails? I've never actually bothered to learn Tails. I do want to someday. I do plan on it someday. I just never got around to it. Alright, so we're gonna break the hologram and immediately jump over that switch just for, like, cycle manipulation. Because there's gonna be a point where if I hit it's gonna be very hard to dodge a switch, and if I hit it, it'll, like, make things over a little slower. Bit of a safe strat here. I just want to make sure okay. I was trying to bounce up there, but I did not want to land in that specific area because I was trying to get to the speed shoes at the top there, but I messed up, so it's going to be a little bit slower here. And I jumped over the switch that I did not want to jump over because, you know. Jump over that. Oh, that's interesting. So according to search system error, the reason is, and I'm going to just read off what he says for the sake of the VOD, I guess. Popping in to say because of the past music was coded. The other songs are CD audio, the past music is not, so it couldn't be changed without extensive recording. Nice. Also, apparently the past music sounds a little lower quality in the American version. Who knew? Also, we paused for that jump there, just to land in the middle, just so we can hold right, just to make it easier. I mean, it's possible to do without pause buffering, but obviously, it's, you know, precise, so I'd rather use pause buffering because I can. Okay, all we have to do is run and grind down his bottom until he starts chafing too much, and then we beat the stage. It's just gonna take a minute. Is there any donations to read off, I guess, while this is going on? I'll take that as a no. Yeah, so mainly I run All Good Futures, which is basically pretty similar to this category, but it's not, you don't have to break the holograms. And I mainly run Sonic All Good Futures, and I have the fastest time currently. It's like 13:50 or 15:37, other way around. And I will eventually probably learn Tails, but I have too many other speed games and other things to do. It's not that. So, I don't know. It'll probably be a while before I learn All Good Futures Tails. Alright, Wacky Workbench. So this stage actually, speaking of All Good Futures, this entire level actually is pretty damn similar strat-wise to the All Good Futures strats. This stage in particular is exactly the same strat-wise. So we're just gonna jump there. We go get the pastime. We use the loot just to gain some speed, and then we jump down, jump here just so we land through this hole. And we're gonna take this top path here, spin dash here. What's up, Flying Fox? Speaking of Tails, look who it is. Break that generator, or Madtaz64 hologram. Use that spring. If you spring just the right angle, you can like dodge all three of those platforms. That saves a little bit of time. It's not a big deal otherwise. Speed and dash, and then we hope we make this little cycle. It's not too hard if we don't land on that thing. Just peel out, roll, land on that ring box. Probably could have made that without stopping, or probably would have been faster to just not stop there, but whatever. You didn't body my sleep schedule, I bodied it myself. So don't worry about that. Alright, so this stage here, just want to land on this. It's kind of hard to... God, we want to not jump into that pillar or zipper thingy, just because if we do, we will miss the pass sign, and it'll be a lot harder to travel back in time. So we bounce up here, grab that, hit the generator. Sorry, I'm messing up words. I'm tired. It's 4 in the morning, probably 3:49. I woke up at 8, so forgive me. Alright, so this stage actually does rely on a lot of event timers. And this timer could mess me up here, depending on how it goes. For the boost pads, I did not want to bounce there. I was trying to land. Okay. Land here. Alright, cool. We got it. I was messing that up a bunch in practice, but basically if you bounce in the right spot, you can get bounced down by the speed up box down there, and then it'll bounce you into the next boost pad, or the bounce pad right below it, and then bounce you right up all the way to the top, and it looks really cool, but it's kind of tricky to pull off. You're gonna be awake 24 hours today. I'm sorry about that, dude. I hate doing that. How am I alive? Oh, 4 hours in the past 4 days. Oh, that's even worse, dude. Come on. Alright. Alright, so this strat here is actually really precise. Hold on. We're gonna do some extensive pause buffering. Okay, so let me explain this area. I messed it up, but basically this stage is really for Sonic, it's really easy. The boss itself is really easy. For the stage, getting to boss, if you want to do the most optimal strats, it's pretty damn hard. Even if it is only by a few seconds. Also, you want to wait till Eggman jumps up, bounces up to hit him, because then otherwise you'll have to hit him twice if you hit him too early. It's the exact opposite of Tails, where the bounce itself, or getting to Eggman is easy, but like beating him is really hard with those quick cycles. That I was trying to do there is use the loop to get enough speed to be able to just jump over the entire bounce pad, and that saves like 4 seconds. The speed I had was okay, but it was, if you don't get the full peel out, you have to rely on the cycles, which were just not working in my favor that time. So unfortunately I didn't get that 4-second time save, but it's not a big deal. I just figure that's a fun fact, like how that stage is difficult between characters. Alright, so we got a precise time travel here we gotta do. Yeah. It's kind of annoying. I mean, there is a backup strat, but it's not as easy to pull off as just spin jumping right there. Hew. We got the hews going on. Spin dash, grab that, jump there. Alright, nice. This one's going pretty nice. Alright, so after this first loop-de-loop, we're actually going to jump down here, break this hologram, and we're just going to jump a bunch, and hopefully land where we need to go. Alright, seem to do a pretty good job, except, there we go. Hew. I know he says wet, but I like saying hew. Alright, so this one is a pretty interesting time travel. Time travel right at the beginning here. And we bounce up here, and then we jump off and try to land through that hole, and we land right next to the generator. And then from there we get more Hues. And we also are landed right next to some speed shoes. Grab them, not hit that boost pad except we'll go this way. And then we're going to be launched into a shooter thingy. But we want to hold backwards just so we don't travel back to the future. Because we're not trying to star in a pretty good movie that I only watched recently. We're trying to break this hologram. I'm sorry I butchered that joke. It's late. Forgive me, please. Alright, so we go in here. Peel out. Land on this spring, or just land right near the spring. That's fine too, I guess. And we land on that spring, I guess, even though I didn't really want to. Alright, let's, okay. Sometimes the game just likes to launch us all up and down and all around. Nothing we can do about it. Alright, so this is gonna just kind of take us to the end. Just shoot us up and down. Alright, and that's the last stage that is different from All Good Features. That was the last hologram we broke, because after this we're fighting Metal Sonic. And after Metal Sonic's dead, there's no more Metal Sonic holograms, so yeah. This stage here is basically one giant rubber band but it takes the same amount of time no matter what. So you'll just see me kind of do things that look slow, but it's just because I can afford to wait. Wow. You hear this music, dude? I can't believe they ripped this music off of Sonic Forces. What were they thinking, like, what was Sega thinking when they just had the gall to rip off such a masterpiece like that? Alright, so yeah. I just want to try to make sure that I don't go too slow, because there is the matter of Doc Eggman's laser thing hitting on risk to hit me. Also, I do want to kind of slow down a little bit, though. I forgot to do it, but it hopefully is fine. And the reason is, basically, I don't want him to, like, try to do a dash right around now, because that could screw me over at the end. But we're fine. Just wait, and when we're going to try to do this cool, back walk here to get Amy. We did a little late, but it's fine. Now we get a hug. Yeah, I don't know, Blacko. People are crazy. Alright, so we got this farting music going on. Pretty true to the Genesis sound chip, even though this is a Sega CD game. Alright. Alright, going up to the top. This isn't exactly the fastest strat to time travel. It works for me. It's like a second slower. But, I do it because basically the other strat is kind of obnoxious to pull off. And it's very risky. We also get speed shoes. That's pretty cool. Also, I missed that future sign, so I'm gonna have to get a backup. But it's fine. Get one right here. We want to get a future sign because we need to go back once we get the generator broken. There we go. Okay, we almost missed that cycle. That would have been really bad, because that thing likes to screw us over and not work if you miss the cycle. Okay, so we're going to bounce twice up, and then third bounce we hold right. And if we did it right, we're going to time travel through the wall, and then we can just skip that whole area. If we didn't time travel, we would have to go around the stage in order to get to the end, and that would have been really annoying. So, luckily we did get that. You can also get launched from... you could also go get sprung to the left and still get launched there, but I think it's probably faster to launch to the right. Okay, so this stage is a pain, because they introduced a new fun gimmick. There we go. The speed up, or spin pads, and yeah, they're kind of a pain in the ass. I should not have used that right spring to spring back and forth. Usually I want to use the left spring to spring back and forth, because it'll land me right next to the shooter. Now it's going to land... Oh, it's still landing me near the shooter. Okay, that's good. We're going to go to the left here. We're going to hold right, and we're going to get up to here, break this generator, and then we're going to die. And we did that on purpose, believe it or not, because it's actually like a second faster or so to instead of time traveling back, it's faster to just use Death Warp and then go up to the top here. Just time travel, jump up to the top here, and then just run. And then we're gonna do a couple of jumps and a fun little trick. And we got the farting sound back, hooray. I paused for this just to be safe, because I really don't want to land to the bottom, because it would take a long time to get back up. Alright. So what I did there is I did a peel out on the tube thing. And what it does is it shoots you. The tube thing is programmed to shoot you up if you're standing on it. But if you let go of the peel out as it's shooting you up, it launches you. It doesn't just launch you further forward. It launches you up and to the right. And it saves. Obviously, it's faster. And if I didn't do that, I'd have to do this whole. It would basically saves minutes to do that, because otherwise you'd have to. Okay, I got a death warp now. Cool. Actually, I should probably just exit and re-enter the level instead of death warping there. But yeah, basically that saves time because you'd have to go through this whole segment with Chibi Sonic and stuff, and it's not worth it. Alright, so yeah, this section here is obnoxious. There is a way you could just, like, get launched immediately and not have to wait for the cycle, but it's really hard to do. I still haven't been able to figure it out consistently. Also, this part's even worse. Luckily, we got past the pit pretty fine. That part can, like, kill runs. That part has killed many of my runs before. It's really easy to just fall to the bottom. This is another stage where it has a cute difference between Sonic and Tails in terms of difficulty. That pit is the beginning part is extremely easy to get past Tails, but this part right here is really hard because of Tails' smaller hitbox. I'm gonna do a double hit. Luckily, it's not that bad as long as I get the position right. Ho, ho, ho. One last ho for the chat, or for the chat, guys. And I messed it up! Hey! Good for me. Alright. That's great. Just marvelous. See, it saves 15 seconds if you get it, but we messed up. Only 7 people live in North Zona. Cool. Oh, New Zealand.
I'm not exactly sure that's what that. Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
That's North Dakota.
North Dakota, dude. My favorite state in the United Nations. Alright, so we just wait around after that. There's nothing much else. This is pretty much the GG's. So we just wait. Alright, there we go. And that's the run. Oh, time. You could hit the timer. My bad. 1:45.
30:28.
Hey, still underestimate. Hooray. That was surprisingly still a sub 20 in-game time too, and that was with me dying and like restarting the level. I'm surprised. That actually went pretty well. Got the hot Sonic Boom soundtrack right here. This is probably my favorite part, the only part I like of the US soundtrack the most, or the part of the US soundtrack I like the most. But thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to do Sonic runs anytime soon. I will eventually come back to this game. I've been more focused on a bunch of other speed games. But I do run a wide variety of shit like Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Sonic CD, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Smash 64. I don't know, just go to my speedrun.com page. I have a list of crap. But I will be definitely. I'm not done with this game. I definitely will. If I go back, I'll probably go back to all the futures because I still want to get sub 1530 at least. But yeah, just enjoy the rest of the marathon. Also, we got Shadow coming up next. For Shadow, you should totally vote for that Choose Adventure path Bryson said he's doing. If I can make one request, you guys should totally vote for the path that goes to Lost Impact Hero mode. Or Hero Path, because I heard that's the best mission, and I'm sure everyone loves that. Doing that.
Alright, well, see you later.
Alright, see. Do you want me to just leave it on until the credits are done, or no?
No, you're good.
Alright. Bye, guys.